obviously the mystery of some of you want to hurry and go back to bury your dead relatives. Some of you want to go back home to the people who are living in your house and visit with them and bid them farewell. And then you will do the work of Yahweh. You see the trick? It's like Lot's wife. She was looking back. So I have to warn you that if you look back, why does it use your relatives? Why does it use people at your home? Because you love them. You have a natural love for those who are in your home. Your wife, your children, your sisters, brothers, maybe your mother and father are in your home. Your relatives, people you love, are staying at your home. So this is put in this form for you to understand that the things you love of this world will destroy you if you look back at it, if you look at it, if you consider it. Because it means you love the philosophy of this world. You love the ways of the Gentiles. You love the falsehood of the God of this world. That's what it means. And if you look back on any part of it, you're not fit for the kingdom of Yahweh, true holiness and righteousness. It's a serious warning. I warn you, no man, having put his hand to the plow, taking hold to Yahweh, and look back, is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh, true holiness and righteousness. True believers are kept in active service. And you are to be active now, right away. Not go back any place to do anything. Get busy right now. Practice on those with you right now. In my subject, I am going to deal with the reality that some of you have a dependent attitude. But you must trust Yahweh. You must trust Yahweh. As my disciple, you shall learn hospitality. You shall practice hospitality. And you shall learn how to handle inhospitality on the part of others. I have many seminar classes on the power of rulership to teach you how to handle inhospitality and how to be hospitable. And I'm sure you are experiencing that at the fabulous Barclay Hotel. My call for you to follow me is divine. I ask every one of you listening to me, follow me. I invite you, follow me. I do not ask you to follow my body. You are there tonight with barely enough room because you are moving beyond worshiping my body. The act of procrastination and tergiversation is a spiritual hindrance. Most notorious thieves of time, procrastination is a notorious thief of time. You see, those who ask to go back home and see about those and bid those at their house farewell, and those who wanted to go and bury their dead relatives because they died. And I want to put off what I'm doing for Yahweh because somebody in my family died. They don't know you come. Well, I know that, but I want to show my family. I would go to work for Yahweh now, but I don't want my family to feel hard about me. This is really dealing with your procrastination. You're putting off your spiritual divine call to follow me, to be at work for Yahweh, to some other point in the future. Nevertheless, you shall come to understand that God's claims are first. That's why I teach you pay Yahweh and yourself first. His claims are first. You see, the enemy takes his taxes from you off the top. He does not give you the luxury of voluntarily paying him. He takes it from you. And he takes what he wants. He sits down and passes some laws among themselves, gives themselves a salary raise according to their will, not yours. They're making 5 times your salary. But the kingdom of Yud-Heh-Wah-Peh, true holiness and righteousness, is a voluntary kingdom. The citizens of the nation of Yud-Heh-Wah-Peh, true holiness and righteousness, are voluntary citizens. Therefore, the pressure of your duty to Yud-Heh-Wah-Peh comes before your relatives that are dead in sin, that are already breaking the law. How can you put a lawbreaker in front of the work that must be done for Yahweh? How can you procrastinate? I know that the subject of procrastination really gives you a body blow, like hitting you in the solar plexus. Takes the wind out of some of you, I'm sure. But you must be straightforward and conquer the spirit of indecision. You must conquer the spirit of indecision in order to enter the heavenly kingdom. You must be straightforward with yourself and conquer the spirit of backsliding in order to enter the heavenly kingdom. After all, it's a quitter that backslides, that turns back. You are following me and preaching when you distribute my books, because they can talk without confusion. My books speak for themselves. The words are very clear. When they go back next week, the words are the same. Next year, the words are the same. Whereas you might change how you talk about things. So you're following me and preaching when you distribute my books. Nothing is more powerful than distributing my books. I know many of you have gotten so secretive until you feel like you shouldn't show anybody anything. Well, what are you going to do to let the world know of my universal message? Listen to me real carefully. I'm going to say something extremely urgent to you. Here it is. It is time to convert the Bible tract concept to our use. That's the purpose of the new yellow book called Lesson 1 and 2. It's not the book Lesson 1 and 2, but it's just the book of Lesson 1 and 2. Priceless, a priceless Bible tract concept. That's what that's for. Our people are into Afrocentrism. They're into the Afrocentric concept, meaning that they are rejecting the culture of America and they're seeking their salvation in Africa, but you know the secret. Don't attack their Afrocentric view. Simply let them read the higher knowledge. It's up to them to believe or not. Every human being has that choice. But they're excellent candidates simply because they're beginning to look at culture outside of America. That's a big step toward resurrection. The widow's son raised is a perfect preaching tool. Perfect. The new Lesson 1 and 2, those are hot books. True believers are kept in active service. You are now witnessing the angelic deliverance of our people, the widow's son. As you go forth, as my ministering angels of righteousness, the spiritual prison shall be opened. It is your duty to speak the word as a witness of divine deliverance through Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh Bethlehem Sophie, Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh. I am the judge. I am the judge. All men are accountable to me as the judge, whether they realize it or not. Your duty is to cause them to see that. I am ready to judge the quick and the dead. For this cause is the good news of the kingdom of Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh, true holiness and righteousness, preached also to them that are spiritually dead, that they may live according to Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh in the spirit, that they may live in the word of Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh. Truly, truly, the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. I have the everlasting good news of the kingdom of Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people. My message is universal. Fear Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh and give glory to Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh, Yahweh. For the hour of his judgment is come. And worship Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh, Yahweh, that made heaven. Worship Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh, that made the earth. Worship Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh, Yahweh, that made the sea. Worship Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh, Yahweh, that made the fountain of the waters. There is a great concern of salvation by other nations, even as it is crumbs from my spiritual table, even if it is crumbs from my spiritual table. They're very concerned. Is there room for them? Can they be saved? Of course they can. However, the depth of my mercy must be understood. Although I am a blessing to all the families of the earth, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. I, as the Son of Man, am come to save that which is lost. What do you think about this? If a man have 100 sheep and one of them be gone astray, does he not leave the 99 and go into the mountains, go into the wilderness, and seek that which is gone astray? And so be that he find it. Truly I say unto you, he rejoices more of that lost sheep than of the 99 which went not astray. Even so, it is not the will of your Father, Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh, Yahweh, which is in heaven, that one of these little ones should perish. It is a great joy to be in active service and a joy to do the will of Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh, Yahweh. Those that win souls under Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh, Yahweh, shall find it a great joy. Try it. Experience the great joy. The love of Yahweh, the goodness of Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh demonstrates that life is precious. Thus I regard all life as precious, even the lost sheep, the little ones, those who were overlooked in the building of civilization today. You were as sheep going astray, but are now returned unto the shepherd. and bishop of your soul. I am your shepherd. You shall not want. I will cause you to lie down in green pastures. Green pastures. Living pastures. I lead you beside the still waters of peace. And I shall feed my flock like a shepherd. I shall gather the lambs with my arm and carry them in my bosom, and shall gently lead those that are with young children. Oh, I do my part. You should let the world know. I lead gently the widow with children. That's why I remember my precious daughter, Atara, Prince Gideon's wife, who is with you tonight. You ever thought about her? Have you forgotten her? She lost him 10 months ago, but I did not forget her. She's there with you tonight. Remember the widow. I lead them gently that are with him. I have mercy on those who are single mother parents, whose money does not cover the full tuition for Yahweh University, but yet they give their all to Yahweh. I cover them. I take them under my wing, like a hen gathers her chickens under the wing. Now, it is Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh, Yahweh, the God of peace, that brought again from the dead Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh, Beth Nun Sophie, Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh, Yahweh Ben Yahweh. I am that great shepherd of the sheep, through the blood and life of the everlasting covenant. I am preaching the good news of the kingdom of Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh, true holiness and righteousness throughout America every week. Yes, we have access to 20 million homes on our national television program.
This call will be terminated.
Promote this show all over the world. I'm healing every sickness and disease, all manner of disease among the people. When I see the multitude of the widow's son, I am moved with compassion on them, because they faint. My people are weak. The widow's son is cowardly, fearful. The widow's son, the lost sheep of the house of Israel, are afraid of the oppressor's shadow. Afraid of the oppressor's shadow. They're unmanly, chicken-hearted. They've lost consciousness. They languish in oppression and are scattered. True believers are kept in active service because they're conscious of this. Every time I see the multitude of the lost sheep of the house of Israel, I have compassion on them, because they continue in their poverty and produce nothing for themselves. I will not leave them in this condition. I shall heal their sickness of dependence with divine care. My touch heals the blinded eyes. They receive their sight and follow me. I have made many divine pleadings with you. How often would I have gathered your children together, even as a hen gathereth her chickens under her wing, and you would not hear. Because of your stubbornness, you rejected me. That is why you and your children are being punished today. It is a fact that the so-called black man suffers from having a white supremacist mindset within himself, and suffers as a leper with a white mindset. It is my divine will to touch your mind spiritually and heal you immediately. It is my divine will to touch your deaf and dumb condition and heal you immediately. All you need do is come to me in faith. I have often wept, cried many pitiful tears at your pitiful spiritual condition as the so-called black. I am your only true friend, and I have divine sympathy and compassion for you. I have the power to heal your total condition. If you would only believe, you would see the glory of Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh, Beth Nun Sophie, Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh. Ruafe. You would see the glory of Yahweh Ben Yahweh. You would see my glory. I offer comfort to all whom I touch. I offer the cleansing touch. I offer the quieting touch. I offer the illuminating touch. I offer the reassuring touch. I offer the liberating touch. I offer the healing touch and the touch upon childhood, the touch upon children. I take their minds up and bless them. It has been a pleasure to talk with you. And those of you of the 7 regions who are winners of being able to talk with me in the near future, I congratulate you. I would call your names, but my time is out and I don't have the time. But I would like to, again, thank all of you for being at the 12th Annual International Feast of Tabernacles, keeping the laws of Yahweh. You shall be blessed. Get all the transcripts, all the books, carry this out and distribute it to the world, and I bless you forever. I love you eternally. Shalom Aleichem. I'd like for you first to all stand up and bless each other. Love each other. Express, I love you. Shalom Aleichem.